Hello, dear students. I am Dr. Mahesh Naik, Assistant Professor of English, Vedavati Government First Grade College, Hiriyur, Chitradurga District. Okay, in this video, we are going to discuss a part or a section of the story, The Lost Leaf. The writer of this story is O. Henry, and his lifetime is 1862 to 1910. So, what you are going to learn from this class or session? Dear students, here the objective of this particular session is to make the students, that means you, know about O. Henry, the writer. And the second objective is to enable you to understand artist's life. And the third one is to make you know how a sick person feels mentally. And the fourth and the last one is to make you understand what friendship is. So these are the four objectives this session intends to teach you, dear students. Here in this slide, we are going to learn about the author O. Henry. Dear students, the original name of O. Henry is William Sidney Porter. Then what is this O. Henry? O. Henry is his pen name, and he was an American writer. O. Henry was an American writer, and this writer is known for his short stories. He has written many short stories, dear students. Just a minute. Some technical problem has occurred. Okay, let me stop this video now. Okay, fine, continue. All right, we were looking at the writer. Yes, he is known for his short stories. He was born on September 11, 1862. His parents were Algernon Sidney Porter, father, and he was a physician, and his mother, Mary Jane Virginia Swain Porter. And his popular or well-known stories are The Gift of the Magi, The Ransom of Red Chief, The Cop, and The Anthem. Of course, he has written many other stories, but these are popular among them. And he died on June 5, 1910. Okay, students, these are some of the information that I wanted to share with you regarding the writer. Fine, let us look at the story's setting. Okay, this story was published in 1907. 1907 it was published, and this story is set in Greenwich Village. Greenwich Village. Where is it? If you think like that, this is a neighborhood of New York City. That means American city, New York City. This is a neighborhood. ಅಂದರೆ ಅಮೆರಿಕದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನ್ಯೂಯಾರ್ಕ್ ಪಟ್ಟಣದ ನ್ಯೂಯಾರ್ಕ್ ನಗರದ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ವಿಚ್ ವಿಲೇಜ್. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್? ಈ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಏನು ಗೂಗಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಂದರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ Google map of this Greenwich village. This Greenwich village. And here you see this Washington Square Park anta idilla. Okay, so in that story, this place is also named Washington Square, right? In the first paragraph itself, we see this name Washington Square. Right, here we have four main characters in this story, and two among them are two young artist girls, the main characters, we can say, Sue and Jansi. Sue and Jansi. Another character also appears, but this character appears in the next session. Old Behrman, another artist, another artist, and the fourth one is a doctor, a doctor. These are the four characters we are going to meet in this story. Okay, dear students, now let us have an analysis or explanation of the particular section of the story, not the entire story. In this session or in this video, we are going to discuss a part of the story. Right. So as I just told you, this story is set in Greenwich Village. Greenwich Village. And in the first paragraph, the writer describes the physicality or the appearance of this place. Okay, here he focuses on the streets, how these streets are when the story opens. Means the streets here are not well planned, not well planned. And if a newcomer comes to this place or visits this place, definitely he will get confused regarding the roads. If he goes through one road, again he comes back to the same road and he doesn't know, I mean, how far he has traveled or where he has come and where he had gone. So ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಸ್ತೆಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಆ ಬೀದಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಯೋಜನಾಬದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದು. 1907 ವಿಲೇಜ್, ಈಗಿನ ವಿಲೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಗ್ರೀನ್ವಿಚ್ ವಿಲೇಜ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು 1907ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ 1900 ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್, ಇನ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ 20th ಸೆಂಚುರಿ, 20ನೇ ಶತಮಾನದ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭದ ಒಂದು ವಿವರಣೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಹೊಸಬರು ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಗೊಂದಲ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಆ ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಓಣಿ ಅಥವಾ ದಾರಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು ಅಂತ ದ ರೈಟರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫ್. ಫೈನ್, ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, this place, Greenwich Village, is an affordable place for the painters. Okay, affordable place. That means they can easily live there, paying their rent and meeting other expenses. ಖರ್ಚು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಜಾಗ ಇದು, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಪೇಂಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋ ಅರ್ಥದಲ್ಲಿ. Yes, rooms, the painters or anybody for that matter, okay, who comes to live there, ಯಾರೇ ಬಂದ್ರು ಸಹ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ, they get rooms with good light and low cost ಅನ್ನೋಂಥದ್ದು. Especially for the painters or the artists, they need places where they have good light for the purpose of painting, and of course low cost. ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ಲೈಫನ್ನ ದೇ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಲೀಡ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅನ್ನೋದು ರೈಟರು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ರೀತಿ. ಫೈನ್. Here, Sue and Jansi lived at the top of a building with 3 floors, right? When the story begins, the writer describes where these two artist friends lived. Okay, they lived at the top of a building with 3 floors. Yes, there is a building with 3 floors, and these two artists or girls lived at the top of the building, that building. ಮೂರನೇ ಮಹಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸವನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ರೆಂಟ್, ಬಾಡಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು. And if we look at these two characters, who are there and where are they from, how they are related, ಹೇಗೆ ಪರಿಚಯ, ಹೇಗೆ ಏನೋ ಸಂಬಂಧನ, ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಫೈನ್. Sue from Maine and Jansi from California. Yes, California we know very well. That means these two girls or these two artists are not from the same place. They are from different place. One is from Maine and here another is from California, Jansi from California. Then how did they meet? ಹೇಗೆ ಭೇಟಿಯಾದ್ರು ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, right, here they met at a restaurant. They met at a restaurant. So that means before that they did not know each other. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಅವರು ಪರಿಚಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. They met at a restaurant. Of course, okay, maybe accidentally ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ತಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಭೇಟಿ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. Right. Then there, okay, they met, they almost became friends, and more than that is they liked same kind of food, art, and clothes. Look at this. That means they shared a common okay liking. ಒಂದು ಅಭಿರುಚಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಇಬ್ಬರ ಅಭಿರುಚಿಗಳು ಸಹ ಹೋಲ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವು. So because they liked the same kind of food, art, and clothes, they decided to live and work together. They decided to live and work together. ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ಜೊತೆಗೆ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು? Why they decided to live and work together means that means they can share the expenses, especially rent. Okay, ಬಾಡಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅವರಿಗೂ ಸಹ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕಲಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಬೆನಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೆಮ್. ಇವೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ದೇ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಟು ಲೀವ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ನಡೆದಿದ್ದು? ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಸೀಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಡೀತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಫೈನ್. So that means they started living together and working together, and of course earning together. Right. Life was going smoothly until winter. ಚಳಿಗಾಲ ಬರೋವರೆಗೂ ಸಹ ಅವರಿಬ್ಬರ ಜೀವನವೂ ಸಹ ಹಾಗೆ ಸಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ವಿಂಟರ್? ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು, ಎ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಂಜರ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಡ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ವಿಚ್ ವಿಲೇಜ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವಿಂಟರ್. ಎ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಂಜರ್, ಒಬ್ಬ ತಣ್ಣನೆಯ ಅಪರಿಚಿತ ಆಗಂತಕ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಂಟರ್ಡ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ವಿಚ್ ವಿಲೇಜ್. Who is this cold stranger? Yes, he touched many persons here and there with his icy fingers. Look at this. This cold stranger, he touched many people, many persons here and there, okay, in the Greenwich village and in the neighboring city also, with his icy fingers. How his fingers were ಅಂತ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ತಣ್ಣನೆಯ ಐಸಿ ಫಿಂಗರ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ he touched many persons. Okay, the writer describes in the same way. And the doctors called this person or him pneumonia. Pneumonia. Okay, the name of this cold stranger or this person is, according to the doctor, pneumonia. My dear students, you know very well what pneumonia is. Yes, it is a disease. It is a disease. What happens ಅಂದಾಗ the symptom is inflammation in the lungs ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಶ್ವಾಸಕೋಶಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತ ಒಂದು ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ನ್ಯೂಮೋನಿಯಾ. So that means in the winter season, people, okay, there, many people suffered from this disease. Okay, and he was not a nice gentleman. This pneumonia was not a nice gentleman. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ writer explains. And this we can see personification, figures of speech ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. Okay, we see personification in figures of speech. What is personification? Okay, you might have heard simile, metaphor, personification anta. Okay, in your previous classes. So personification is treating an inanimate object or non-living thing as animate and living ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೀವ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಆಕೃತಿಯನ್ನ ನಾವು ಜೀವ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಭಾವಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಪರ್ಸಾನಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ದ ಮೂನ್ ಲುಕ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ ಹರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಮೈಲ್ಡ್. ದ ಮೂನ್ ಲುಕ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ ಹರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಮೈಲ್ಡ್. ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಮೂನ್ ನಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ನಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಯಾರ ಗುಣ? ಮನುಷ್ಯರ ಗುಣ. ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಹೋಲಿಸಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ವಾಕ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ he touched with his icy fingers. Of course, winter or the waves of the winter cannot touch anybody. ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಆದ್ರೂ ಸಹ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಗುಡ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮೀ. Because he touched the weak little woman Jhansi with his icy fingers. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ because he was not a nice gentleman ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ನೈಸ್ ಜೆಂಟ್ಲ್ಮನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, because he was not a nice gentleman, because He touched the weak little woman, Jhansi, with his icy fingers. The writer feels that okay, this pneumonia was not a nice person because he affected, he touched this weak little woman. Of course, we can say also poor woman, Jhansi, with his icy fingers. That means, my dear students, here Jhansi is I mean has been attacked with this disease. Now she is suffering from pneumonia ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಅವಳನ್ನ ಆವರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಈ ಶಿ ನಾವು ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಈಗ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಶಿ ಲೇ ಆನ್ ಹರ್ ಬೆಡ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಥೌಟ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಥೌಟ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಹರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಲಗಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. She simply lays on her bed without movement, and she looked through the window at the wall of a house next to hers. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬೆಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕಿಟಕಿಯ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಪಕ್ಕ ಅನ್ನೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಟು ಎ ವಾಲ್ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ವಾಲ್ ಓಕೆ ಅಂಡ್ whose wall that is a wall of another house. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಂಥ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಗೋಡೆಯನ್ನೇ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಶಿ ಇಸ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಹರ್ ವಿಂಡೋ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಎ ವಾಲ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್. Fine. So one morning, a busy doctor spoke to Sue where Jhansi could not hear. That means, doctor, it seems now Sue is attacked with this disease, and Jhansi is a healthy person here presently. So it seems Jhansi has brought a doctor to check. Sue has brought a doctor to check Jhansi's health condition. So one morning the doctor visits this house, and here, my dear students, look at this word busy doctor. Why busy doctor? Is this doctor always busy, or particularly now he is busy ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ it seems I think he is busy now. ಯಾಕೆ ಬಿಸಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ it is winter and as it is said in the beginning of the story, this pneumonia has touched many people here and there. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಹದಗೆಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಸಹ ಈ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ he is a busy doctor. That means this doctor is visiting so many patients who are suffering from pneumonia. That is why he is called busy, I think. Okay. Fine. Here, Sue has brought this doctor to check Jhansi's health, and this doctor, after checking her health condition, is speaking with Sue, but away from Jhansi. Jhansi cannot hear what the doctor is speaking with Sue. Right, the doctor says one thing. Of course, he says many things. I have taken these words of the doctors. He says to Sue, she has a chance if she wants to live. If she wants to live. That means the doctor says, if Jhansi wants to live, definitely she has a chance to live. Jhansi ನಾನು ಬದುಕಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನು ಬಾಳಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನು ಏನೇನು ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಛಲ ಅಥವಾ ಆಸೆ ಅವಳ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಶಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎ ಚಾನ್ಸ್, ಒಂದು ಬದುಕೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ದಿಸ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸೇಸ್. Why he says like that ಅಂದ್ರೆ Jhansi has decided she is not going to get well. Okay, Jhansi, after being suffered by this disease, okay, she feels that okay, she will not going to recover. ನಾನು ಗುಣ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ವಾಸಿ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಶಿ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ a pessimistic person after this particular disease attacks her. Yeah, so but the doctor thinks that something must be troubling her because she is quite very ill. Okay, she cannot even move properly. ಅಲುಗಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಸಹ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವಳಿಗೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಕೊರಗು ಅವಳನ್ನ ಕಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಟ್ರಬ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಹರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು. ರೈಟ್. Then when he expresses this doubt, okay, something must be troubling her anta, when he expresses his doubt to Sue, Sue says, okay, Sue ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ, she wanted to go to Italy and paint a picture of the Bay of Naples, doctor. Sue says, Jhansi wanted to, when she was healthy, when she was active, she wanted to go to Italy. She expressed ಅಂತೆ, Sue ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಾಳಂತೆ, ಇಟಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇ ಆಫ್ ನೇಪಲ್ಸ್, ಬೇ ಆಫ್ ನೇಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸೀ ಪೋರ್ಟ್. ಬೇ ಆಫ್ ನೇಪಲ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸೀ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಇಟಲಿ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಜಾನ್ಸಿ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಗೋ ದೇರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪೇಂಟ್ ಎ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬೇ ಆಫ್ ನೇಪಲ್ಸ್. ಅದನ್ನು ಪೇಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕನ್ನೋದು ಹರ್ ಆಂಬಿಷನ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ದಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಟ್ರಬಲಿಂಗ್ ಹರ್ ಅಂತ ಸ್ಯೂ doubts. Then the doctor says, no, 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 not like that. Doctor says, so that must be a, is there may a man may be reason for her losing interest in life. So the doctor said, uh, okay, for the doctor, this reason, what Sue says doesn't appear a valid reason. He expresses that, is there any man she is thinking of, or is there any man she is being troubled about? ಅಂತ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಗಂಡು ಮಕ್ಕಳು, ಮೇ ಬಿ here we can say whether she has any love affair with any man, any person ಅಂತ doctor asks. Then Sue denies that. Sue denies that. She says, no, 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 not like that. Okay, she doesn't have any affair, or she is not troubled by because of any man. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲ ಆ ಥರ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಗಂಡು ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಅವಳು ಈ ತೊಂದರೆಯನ್ನು ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾಳೆ. Right, dear students, these are the two photographs of the Bay of Naples, the Bay of Naples. And this Jhansi wanted to paint. Okay, so how beautiful it is. It is in Italy, built by the Greeks. Okay, built by the Greeks. This is the seaport, Bay of Naples. This picture she wanted to paint. Right, fine. Now the doctor knows that there is no man in her life who is troubling her. Then he advises Sue that she should create interest in Jhansi. The doctor advises, actually it should be Sue, advised Sue to create interest in Jhansi about future. Okay, so here is a mistake, my dear students. Pardon me for this mistake. The doctor advised Sue to create interest in Jhansi about her future. Okay, that means Jhansi has to think about the future, the opportunities she is going to have if she gets recovered. Okay, ಇಂಥದ್ದೆಲ್ಲದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಭವಿಷ್ಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅವಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆಸೆಯನ್ನು ಹುಟ್ಟಿಸಿ ಅಥವಾ ನಂಬಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಹುಟ್ಟಿಸಿ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾಯಿಲೆಯಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಅಡ್ವೈಸನ್ನು ದಿಸ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಟು ಹರ್. Because yes, why especially a patient, a sick person has to be optimistic about his or her future, and the reason is because if a sick person feels that he or she is going to die, half doctor's work is useless. Okay, that means here a patient, that means the sick person, should be optimistic. He should believe in doctor's treatment, and he should have a strong desire to live. ನಾನು ಬದುಕಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನೇನಾದ್ರು ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಆಸೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಪೇಷಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಬಿದ್ದಂಥ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಲ್ಲಿ ವೈದ್ಯರು ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಇಫ್ ದ ಸಿಕ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಲೂಸಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಲೈಫ್, half doctor's work becomes useless. Okay, whatever the doctors do to bring that person back to normal health, okay, it becomes useless. Another the writer's opinion, and of course it is true, my dear students. Okay, whenever we become sick, we should try to be strong. We should never lose hope in our life. Fine. So fine. The doctor gives this advice and he exits. And after doctor's exit, Sue went into the workroom to cry Look at this. So, after listening to the doctor's words about Jhansi's health, Sue becomes very sad, very sad. This is an unpleasant news for Sue about Jhansi's health or critical condition of her health. ಅಂದರೆ ಅವಳ ಒಂದು ಆ, ಆರೋಗ್ಯದ ಒಂದು ದುಸ್ಥಿತಿಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೆನೆದು ಸೂಗೆ ತುಂಬ ದುಃಖವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಶಿ ವೆಂಟ್ ಟು ದ ವರ್ಕ್ ರೂಮ್ ಟು ಕ್ರೈ. ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್. ಪಕ್ಕದ ರೂಮಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ವರ್ಕ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಶಿ ಕ್ರೈಸ್. ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಯೂ ಮತ್ತು ಜಾನ್ಸಿ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್, ಆರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ related in any matter except the professional friends who have met some couple of months ago. ಕೆಲವು ತಿಂಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆ ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಒಂದೇ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಈ ಇಬ್ಬರ ನಡುವಿನ ಬಾಂಧವ್ಯವನ್ನ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ನೋಟಿಸ್, ಗಮನಿಸಬೇಕು. ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಝಾನ್ಸಿಗೆ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವಳು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ರಿಕವರ್ ಆಗೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ, ಅವಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಭರವಸೆಯನ್ನು ತುಂಬ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಪಕ್ಕದ ರೂಮಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಸ್ಯೂ ಅವಳ ಆರೋಗ್ಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅಳ್ತಾಳೆ. ಶಿ ಗೋಸ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಶಿ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಝಾನ್ಸಿಸ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್. ಲುಕ್ at this gesture of Sue, my dear students, how strongly she is, attached with Jhansi. Yes, that is why I told in the beginning, friendship. We are going to learn what a friendship is, what friendship is, another. Right, after crying and after consoling herself, ತನ್ನನ್ನು ತಾನೇ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಪಡಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಸ್ಯೂ ವೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಝಾನ್ಸಿಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ವಿತ್ ಹರ್ ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್, ಸಿಂಗಿಂಗ್. ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಕ್ರೈಯಿಂಗ್. ಕೆಲವು ನಿಮಿಷಗಳಿಂದ ಅವಳು ಅಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ಲು. ಆದರೆ ಈಗ ಝಾನ್ಸಿಯ ರೂಮಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಝಾನ್ಸಿ ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ವಿತ್ ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು. ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಶಿ ಸಿಂಗಿಂಗ್. ವೈ ದಿಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್, ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್? So, of course, you know very well that Sue's idea is Jhansi should not know what the doctor has said. ಅಥವಾ Jhansi should not notice that Sue is not well after ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ವಿಸಿಟ್. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಂದು ಹೋದ ನಂತರ ಸ್ಯೂ ಯಾಕೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ ಅವಳ ಮುಖ ಸಪ್ಪಗಾಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಝಾನ್ಸಿ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು ಅನ್ನೋ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ನಾವು Sue enters the room singing with the painting material. Look at this, how the concern Sue has about Jhansi. Okay, very matured concern, my dear students. Fine, there in that room, Jhansi lay there, very thin, ತುಂಬಾ ಕೃಶಳಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾಳೆ, very thin and very quiet. She is not speaking at all, with face towards the window. Yes, she is looking thin, her body almost without any movement, and her face is towards the window. Yes, we know that through that window she was looking at the wall of the house next to hers. ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆಯ ಗೋಡೆಯನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಗಮನಿಸಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Right, when Sue entered this room where Jhansi laid, Jhansi ಮಲಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ Sue ಬಂದಾಗ, Sue thought that she was sleeping. But now Sue starts doing her work, paint ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ. But after a while, Sue heard some low sound again and again. ಆದರೆ ಸ್ಯೂಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅದು ಏನೋ ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಶಬ್ದ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಆ ಕಿಟಕಿ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ಸ್ಯೂ ವೆಂಟ್ ನಿಯರ್ ಟು ದ ಬೆಡ್. ಬೆಡ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಝಾನ್ಸಿ ವಾಸ್ ಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಡಿಸೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ okay, descending order from the highest to the lowest. She was counting some numbers. What was she counting ante? 12. Here Jhansi says 12. Then after some time, that means maybe within a minute, 11. After 10, 9, 8 and 7. Okay, this counting goes on slowly in the mouth of Jhansi. Then Sue looked out the window. Sue becomes very, I mean, curious and amazed. Okay, what is she counting? Jhansi. Okay, Jhansi ಏನು ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾಳೆ? That too in descending order ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ she feels and she looks out of the window, yeah, because Jhansi is also looking at the same direction. ಹಾಗೆ ಏನು ಆ ಕಡೆ ಕಿಟಕಿ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕಿಟಕಿಯಿಂದ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ what is there? Huh. There is of course a wall, ಒಂದು ಗೋಡೆ ಇದೆ. That wall doesn't have any window. Okay, ಆ ಗೋಡೆಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾನ್ಸಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆಯ ಗೋಡೆಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ವಿಂಡೋ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಬರೀ ವಾಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And an old tree was growing ಅಥವಾ grew against the wall. Against the wall, an old tree grew. ಆ ಗೋಡೆಯ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ, ಗೋಡೆಯ ಮಗ್ಗುಲಲ್ಲಿ, ಗೋಡೆಗೆ ಅಂಟಿಕೊಂಡೇನೆ ಒಂದು ಮರ. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದು ಮರ, ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಟ್ರೀ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಬಹಳ ಹಳೆಯ ಮರ ಅಥವಾ ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗಿದೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ದಿವಸದಿಂದ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮರ. ಗ್ರೀವ್ ಎಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ದ ವಾಲ್, ಗೋಡೆಯ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಬೆಳೆದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾಳೆ ಸ್ಯೂ. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಜಾನ್ಸಿ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಟ್ರೀ. Right. What is there? What is so special that captured Jhansi's attention? ಅಂತ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, almost all leaves had fallen from the branches of the tree. Almost all leaves have fallen from the branches of that tree. Yes, we know that this is a winter. Here, winter, that gentleman, okay, of course, not a gentleman, that person has even touched the tree. ಈ ಮರಕ್ಕೂ ಸಹ ತನ್ನ ಪ್ರಭಾವವನ್ನು ಬೀರಿದಾನೆ. ದಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಮೋನಿಯಾ ಅನ್ನೋ, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ, ನಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಮೋನಿಯಾ, ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ವಿಂಡ್ ಆರ್ ವಿಂಟರ್. Right, that means here it is very clear now. Jhansi was looking out of the window towards that wall against which an old tree grew. ಜಾನ್ಸಿ ಕಿಟಕಿಯ ಮೂಲಕ ಏನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ, ತನ್ನ ಮನೆಯ ಕಿಟಕಿಯ ಮೂಲಕ ಏನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ಮರವನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ, ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆಯ ಗೋಡೆಯ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮರ. And now, okay, 7 ಅಂತ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾಳೆ. She had stopped at 7. Now she counts 6. Sue counts 6. She says 6. Yes, I mean, sorry, my dear students. This is Jhansi counted 6 here. Okay, sorry for this mistake. Why? Jhansi counted 6. 6 anta she said. Right, and Jhansi continued. Okay, 3 days ago, almost 100 leaves were there. That means here, Jhansi has been suffering for 3 days. Has been suffering for 3 days. Has been suffering for 3 days. Right, and now, okay, for her, counting these 100 leaves or more than 100 trees was a headache. Was a headache. Right. So again, some technical problem has occurred. Fine. Now Sue asks, what was she counting? Sue gets confused. Okay, what this Jhansi is counting? ಏನು ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಯೂಗೆ ಅನುಮಾನ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ. Okay, Sue asked Jhansi, what was she counting? Okay, ಏನು ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀಯಾ? 12, 11. Okay, now she has stopped at 5. Then Jhansi told she counted the leaves. Okay, she has been counting the leaves for the ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 3 days. ಕಳೆದ 3 ದಿವಸದಿಂದಲೂ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ 3ನೇ ದಿವಸ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಶುರು ಆಯಿತು, ಆಗ ಮರದ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ 100 ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ವು. ಅವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಈಗ ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸುಲಭ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಲೀವ್ಸ್, ದ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ನೌ. ಅಂಡ್ Jhansi feels that, Jhansi believes that, and even she says this to Sue. Sueಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ, when the last leaf falls, she feels that she will die. Look at this, her belief. Okay, she has been suffering for 3 days from this pneumonia, and she believes, she feels that when the last leaf from the tree falls, she will also die. Adakkoskara she is counting the leaves. Counting the leaves means she is counting the minutes of her life, last minutes of her life. Look at this strange belief in her. Yes, my dear students, sometimes it happens when we are very sick, when we lose control over our senses, our emotion. many patients think like that. Okay, oh, definitely, I will not going to live long. Okay, ನಾನು ಬಹಳ ದಿವಸ ಬದುಕಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪೆಸಿಮಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಅಥವಾ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ. Right. She had been feeling this for the last 3 days. Okay, she had been strongly feeling that when the last leaf falls, she is also going to die. Another, she feels and she tells this to her friend Sue. Okay, dear students, and I think here, let me stop the explanation. Okay, my dear students, then what we have learned from this session, learning outcomes ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, yes, my dear students, now you know about O. Henry, the writer. Okay, you know something about O. Henry, the writer, after this session, and even you understand how artists' life, at least was then, okay, in the beginning of the 20th century, how the artists led their lives, okay, what are the difficulties they had to face, and okay, at least we knew some part or some thing about the life of such artists. And of course, the third learning outcome is how a sick person feels mentally, okay, as Jansi feels. And you also you know that you understand what friendship is, especially Sue's concern towards Jansi. Okay, my dear students, now let us see how much you have understood this part of the story in this session. So we have 5 multiple choice questions here, and here goes the first question. O. Henry's original name. Option A, Sidney William Porter. B, William Sidney Porter. C, Porter William Sidney. D, William Porter Sidney. Yes, have a look at the 4 options, dear students. Right now, we are looking at the answer, and the answer is B, William Sidney Porter. Okay, O. Henry is his pen name. Question number 2. Yes. The profession of Sue and John C. is which profession they do? Option A, right, tailoring. Option B, typing. Option C, drawing. And last option, painting. Yes, dear students, go through the 4 options. All right, good. Now, have a look at the answer. B, D, okay, painting, yes. Answer is D, painting. They are painters. Fine. Question number 3. Yes, Jhansi was suffering from tuberculosis, B, brain tumor, C, pneumonia, D, cancer. Yes, students, have a look, another look. All right, which is the right answer? Yes, you are right. The answer is C, pneumonia. Jhansi was suffering from pneumonia. Yes, 4th question. And here the question is for you. According to Sue, Jhansi always wanted to go to where? Iran, Italy, Turkey, London. Yes, students, remember the place where Jhansi wanted to go and paint a picture of the Bay of Naples? Yes, you are right. That is Italy. Good. And the last question is there for you. Which of the following is true? Which of the following is true? Yes, A, Sue is from California. Sue and Jhansi met at a restaurant. Jhansi was counting the leaves in ascending order. Jhansi believed that when the last leaf falls, she will recover. Yes, my dear students, bit careful. Okay, don't get confused. Which is true, right? Okay, have come across the answer. Yes, keep that answer in your mind and check your answer. B is right. Sue and Jhansi met at a restaurant. Yes, all the other three statements are false. Okay, my dear students, here ends the multiple choice questions. And let us have a look at the references. To prepare this video or this session, for these four links have been used, okay, for the information or the photographs or the Google map we have used in this session, okay, my dear students. Now, let me end this class. Yes, where are we? Okay, what is that? Fine. Okay, fine. So let me close this also. Okay, fine. Then end this meeting. End meeting.